Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart, can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me, never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Mines. Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast, motherfucker.
Give me a hell yeah!
We are back to recap the Saturday night games, the first games of round 1 of the N3A playoffs. And for those who don't know, the N3A is what I call the NBA, the Negro Three-Point Addicts League. You'll notice a lot when they shoot threes, they turn around, hang their arm low, and then start shooting some hair on in front of kids. So I just call them addicts, and they only do it when they shoot threes, and they shoot a lot of threes these days. So I think the name makes sense. So we are celebrating Savage Saturday. Right now it's actually Sunday, and it's Easter Sunday, so happy Easter, everybody. What do the headlines read? The Heat and Grizz claim the 8th seed, the Clippers choke, and the Lakers are in trouble. We will dive into that. But without further ado, we are live in our studio from Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
LeBron.
Finish him.
Rated M for Millennials. The Pressure Podcast is on every Monday, Thursday, Saturday at midnight. So basically every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, right at the stroke of midnight. So we here like to talk sports, basically barbershop talk. You can smoke with us. You can hang with us. You can comment. So let's talk with the Heat Grizz. The Heat and Grizz move on, but none of us really gave them a chance to get through, because this is exactly who I had coming in, is the Heat and the Grizz. I had the Heat
Against OKC? And against no,
Cleveland. We don't
Hell
give them
no.
much of a chance, but
But you did say something though.
what?
You said if Miami did go over there, it's gonna be a
I
one of them
think they're
series
gonna
where-
upset.
and what I
J-Mac was the
didn't
MVP
expect-
tonight.
What I didn't expect
What's up, Anthony?
is how Davion Mitchell's the one that got traded, and he's the biggest trade. He was actually the biggest trade. If you ask me, like the way he's playing better than anybody that got traded
He is
on
He
that
is.
team.
Now,
Tyler Hero's balling.
let's get to the games, shall we?
Give me a hell yeah.
If I get something wrong, I'm gonna tell
So
you.
we're gonna start with the Indiana
I'll
Pacers
call myself
game.
out on it.
They defeat the Bucks 117-98. Indy's up 1-0. Giannis had 36, 12 and 1 stat line in the loss. They were just we were just hearing Shannon Sharp how Indiana's team isn't so formidable, to say the least. So let's go to some stats here.
Let's talk about formidable later in a minute.
Look at the Bucks here. Kyle Kuzma, 22 minutes and 0. Absolute 0, 0, 0. 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 points. And look at the rest of the starting lineup. They only gave him 14. Brook Lopez with 9, and then Ryan Rollins with just 5. And I'm sorry, this is why I expected Indiana to win. This is why I have Indiana winning this series. What did you see from this? Because I think they need Dame
exactly.
ASAP.
Yeah, but exactly what you said. How many points did Giannis have?
36.
How many did the bench have?
Oh, the bench actually had more than the starting
They had
lineup.
36 points.
Yeah.
Do you know what the starters had?
We just said it.
That's terrible. That to me is
14 points.
I mean, you can't win with that. You can win with the bench points. I mean, 36 points. I mean, damn.
Be cool,
But
nigga.
if your starters don't do nothing, and like you said, Kuzma didn't do a goddamn thing on the court. Excuse my language. Like, how do you expect to win? Look at this. Lopez had 4 rebounds in 22 minutes.
Yeah.
He's 7 foot. That's the same thing that Miles Turner gives us. We're used to Lopez being at least, a decent 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? Spot up, shoot the ball. We didn't see that.
Goddamn, white boy.
He gave us 9. He gave him 9 points. Usually gives you about 15. Usually gives you about 10 rebounds.
And Kuzma with a donut.
I smell pussy. Is that you, Josh?
Man, like, there's no way you're winning with that.
So I have a question then. Did the Pacers expose Milwaukee's weaknesses in this blowout?
I would say yes, because to me the game plan would be let Giannis get off and just, you know what I'm saying, like, don't let nobody else.
Because there's two things that I see here in this series right now. Number one is Milwaukee can't keep up
Because you're
with
not gonna stop Giannis anyway. So
Milwaukee can't keep up with Indiana shooting and their pace. They just can't. Not without Damian Lillard. And number two is that Doc Rivers is going to getting out coached again.
Talk that Sam, nigga. Talk that Sam.
That's just me, but I think Indiana's going to win this series. I don't think it's going to be close. I think the Bucks might win 1 game, 2 maximum. I don't see it go 6 games, to be honest with you.
4-0. I'm saying it. I'm gonna stay with that. I'm sticking with it. 4-0. I don't think Damian Lillard's gonna change anything. It was 117 to 98. Dame could score and put pressure on them, but Tyrese Halliburton in 34 minutes was 3 of 13 for 10 points. I don't expect that to happen again. And I don't expect them to play like that again. And if you don't play like that, and Nembhard gives you 8 of 13, 17 points, as he basically, to me, has been one of the most consistent players on Indiana since they started this run since last year in the playoffs. And then T.J. McConnell give you 11.5 assists. If Siakam shoots the ball 10 or 15 or anything close to that, which he can, because who the fuck is gonna guard Siakam that's tall enough on Milwaukee to guard him? We just said Kuzma went 22 minutes in a game, and he didn't have a steal, a rebound, a block. He missed both his free throws. So there's nothing. To me. It's superior at this point. I think they're just superior at this point.
They are superior. So that's my weaknesses that I've noticed.
38 points, bench points.
Number one is that they can't keep up with the Indiana Pacers scoring wise and their shooting. And number two, Doc Rivers getting out coached already. So
and Nembhard and this guy had a bad game. Aaron Nesmith, he had a bad game. Toppin didn't shoot the ball well. That's gonna change. There's a lot. It could get worse. I just put it like that. It could get worse than what it is right now.
all right, let's move to the next topic. We're going to the not a shocker, but the basically the headlines of tomorrow. Both LA teams choked tonight. The Nuggets defeat the Clippers 112 to 110 in overtime. Denver's up 1-0. Costly turnovers by the Clippers leads to the Nuggets OT win. Jokic had 29, 9, and 12 stat line versus LA, but James Harden actually had a great game, and so did
I thought James Harden had a really good game. Really good game. Really good game. Shout out to James Harden.
Let's put it up here on the screen for
And
everybody.
I honestly think Kawhi Leonard also had a great game, but I just wish he would have shot the ball more. He was 9 of 15. Like, it's efficient, but are you just looking for efficiency, or are you trying to score
Zubac had a good game.
buckets?
Harden had a good game, and Kawhi, I don't think he had a good game.
Just to put it in perspective, Zubac was 10 of 15, right? Kawhi was 9 of 15. Just to put this in perspective, Kawhi had 22 points, Zubac had 21 points. But at the same time, how are you, as the star player, only shooting 15 times? James Harden shot 22 times. You got to shoot the ball more, man. You got to put your team in position to win. You're the star player, aren't you?
Yep.
That's my only take with that. It wasn't that he shot the ball bad or anything like that. I just felt like he wasn't aggressive.
Well, another thing to note, Ben Simmons had 0 points.
Finish him.
0 points.
Mr. 0 points, number 2. So, yeah, the Clippers actually had this game, but costly turnovers by Kawhi Leonard. Also, Russell Westbrook, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. led to them losing. And the thing about it is, as long as Westbrook is out on that floor, the Clippers they're not going to win this series. I think I'm going to have to change that one. I had the Clippers winning in 6. I think it's going to be Denver now.
Yeah, me too. I thought the coach was gonna be a problem. I thought the coach was gonna be a problem, but it seemed like he weathered the storm there early, and Denver went on their run. Shout out to Chris Brown, big shot, 3-point shot, big shot, huge shot. But I thought the best player tonight was Gordon. 8 of 14, 25 points, 8 rebounds. Just so consistent in Denver's offense. Did you ever think we'd see Aaron Gordon be this efficient? Because I didn't I felt like on the Magic he was more of like a defensive guy, you know? He wasn't really a 3-point shooter specialist or anything like that. He's really become like a 3-and-D guy.
Well, I already seen it during the championship run, so.
But then he gives you the athleticism as well to go with it. So, you know, and then I don't know, man. He's amazing. I love the way he plays the game. But I think Michael Porter needs to step up. He only shot the ball 4 times. He made 1 shot. If you're not being aggressive and Westbrook is 5 of 17, like, take the ball away from him, man. He should have more assists. He had 3 assists tonight. 3 assists, Westbrook.
Well, the thing about Westbrook is that he makes too many negative plays. There were times where he was wide open, and he instead of shooting the ball, which I know he doesn't have a jump shot, it's a lot more accurate than him going to a bunch of trees in the paint trying to get an and one or a foul call, which he ain't gonna hit free throws anyway. So my point is, for the Nuggets to win, they're gonna have to keep, you know what I'm saying, Russell Westbrook with the ball out of his hands as much as possible. And for the Clippers, the thing you got to do is you got to get Kawhi Leonard to be Mr. Clutch like he did with San Antonio and Toronto. That's the Kawhi Leonard you're going to need, because that is not good enough.
Yeah, 22 points ain't going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. You got to get more. You got to be more aggressive. It wasn't a good, efficient game for you offensively. It's just you wasn't aggressive enough.
So let's get to the next topic. My New York Knicks stomp on the Pistons one time, 123-112. Gotham is up 1-0. New York 17-0 run in the fourth quarter is a wake-up call for the Detroit Pistons. You're now in the playoffs. This is not the regular season anymore.
Fatality.
Brunson shot like shit, and he still finished with the 34, 2-8 stat line versus Detroit. It's just what Jalen Brunson does. The most clutch player in the league, to me. Showed up, showed out. Karl-Anthony Towns had a good game. But to me, this signified a mismatch. The Pistons cannot contend with Karl-Anthony Towns. And if Anunoby and Bridges get it going with Josh Hart and Brunson, there's just no stopping them. They're not stopping them. This should not be a long series. I think this should be over in 5 maximum.
Combined, this is all I got to say. Because I feel like I felt like this was going to happen anyways. Combined, 101 points for the starters. 101 points out of 123. That's amazing.
Yeah, I told you we have the best starting 5 in all of basketball, other than the Celtics maybe. But
That's why I brought it up.
outside of that, that's the problem. But today we had Shaman and a few others. Campaign. Mitchell Robinson came in and did his thing.
Major Payne did his thing. I'm gonna lie.
So yeah, this is
big shots.
This
Big
is a
shots.
mismatch. They have no answer for what we can do. We're just too experienced and too deep of a team for them right now.
For real.
So let's get to the topic of tonight's episode. It is the Lakers going down to the T-Wolves, 115-92 at home. Minnesota's up 0-1-0. I don't want to say I told you so. I don't want to say I told you so.
Be cool, nigga.
But I fucking told y'all so.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
The Lakers have a problem, a big, big problem, okay? Because the T-Wolves 3-point barrage buries LA and poised for an upset, all right? What do I mean by in serious trouble. Bron, Luca, and AR combined for 72 points, which is great. That is awesome. That's what you want from your best players. But the rest of the team just a total of 28 points.
At home, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This was at home.
Oh, sorry, 73. It's supposed to be 73. 73 for LeBron, Luca, and AR.
And not
the
only
rest
that,
is 28.
not only that, they started off great. They did. They started off great. And then Minnesota just tightened up their defense a lot more. And they couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, so it's just like I've been saying before. I only see 3 players that are going to show up for the Lakers and nobody else. And this was at home. Normally they say that in the playoffs, role players don't show up in the road games. Well, this was at home.
And they showed up. 40 points off the bench, off Minnesota's bench to 8 from the Lakers.
Yep. So this is why I was trying to tell everybody the Lakers are in trouble. They cannot win the championship. This team cannot win the fucking ring. They cannot win the Western Conference. If they get to the Western Conference Finals and win, it's not because they're that good. It's because the other teams choked or fucked it up or stumbled or whatever the case may be.
Handle
Or
LeBron's
injuries.
Or something.
This is not a team nowhere near deep enough to get to the Western Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals, and then beat the Celtics or contend with the Celtics. No, they'll get swept. Please stop it. I don't know what y'all haven't been seeing. I mean, it's just that y'all get, you know what I'm saying, too caught up with the moment. But I was trying to tell y'all months ago, come playoff time, role players don't somewhat show up. Somewhat show up. For the most part, don't show up like they do in the regular season, especially when they're on the road. And if they don't show up at home, you literally have no chance. Now, you could say it's only one game, but this is a trend I've been noticing a long time. And besides, if you look at the roster, it actually makes sense. It just does.
Finish him.
Y'all got stomped. I don't want to hear it. It's just one game. Y'all got stomped. It wasn't close.
They can't beat the Minnesota T-Wolves.
They can't fuck with that team.
They can't beat the Minnesota T-Wolves.
They don't have nobody who can hold Anthony. They might try playing Vanderbilt on him, but then that just opens up for everybody else.
Yep.
You don't got enough. Never had enough. I never thought you had enough, and that was the problem with the Lakers. Everybody was like, "Oh, why y'all hating on the Lakers? Because they got Luka and LeBron? Is that why?" No, because you don't have enough.
You know what's funny? That you said that you don't have enough. Let's say we give Bron, Luka, and AR 30 points each. Okay, so that'll be 90 points. That'll be 18 more points than what they have right now total.
And it still ain't enough.
And it still ain't enough. It'll be 115, 110 lost to T-Wolves still.
Don't happen.
So either some defensive stops.
And it's not gonna happen like that, guys. It's not gonna happen where they all get 30, because it's not feasible.
Even if it does happen, it's still not going to be good enough because they don't have the defense to contend with the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves are just too good of a team right now. They're a way better team. They have way more weapons and way more playmakers than the T-Wolves, than the Lakers have. The Lakers just have 2 of the best playmakers of all time, but that's not enough to win. Those who are LeBron Glazers and LeBron apologists and LeBron sexuals out there, you should know one thing and one thing only, baby.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
You should know more than most how many rings LeBron would have had his teammates showed up more than they did. And you're going to tell me that this time they're going to show up more than they normally do? Just stop it. It's nonsense. It's absolutely
Fatality.
This is the updated tournament list. Tomorrow we will see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Grizzlies on the Western Conference, and then the Rockets and Golden State Warrior game in Houston. And also the Cleveland-Miami game, and then the Boston-Orlando. Tomorrow's slated for a great Easter. Good time, full of games. But today is Saturday, and Saturday we like to put players under pressure, baby.
Give me a hell yeah!
Brother, what are your players under pressure for the first round of the playoffs?
I'm gonna start with my team. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Just go out there and prove what you know. I feel like there's a couple people we gotta prove wrong because they're talking about, we've been there, done that, and now they got a team that's better than ours, and their team's more polished, or like, for example, Cleveland, and we're supposed to watch out for them. Okay, I get it. You're right. We do have to watch out for them, but at the same time, we don't, because we have more than any team in the league. And on top of that, we have the experience. So just Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, go off in the playoff, please, so we can shut this up. Paolo, Wagner. Paolo, man, I'm not going to lie, bro. They saved your ass. The Magic saved your ass. Wasn't you who went crazy. It was Black and the other guy. What's the other dude's name? Cole Anthony. So I need you to show up, man. You got to be better than that if you're going to play against the Boston Celtics at a high level and even have a chance to at least win one game, which I am predicting you to do. Wagner as well. I also think he needs to play better. He didn't play that well either. Steph and Jimmy. Great performance. Now it's time to get your team to follow suit. If they can follow suit, then I can see this team getting really far, especially now that we know the Lakers can't mess with Minnesota.
Welcome, viewers. We're talking players under pressure for the weekend right now for the first round of the playoffs. Continue.
I'm expecting Steph and Jimmy to go off in this round. Houston, even though Houston has Thompson, which I think is a great defender, this is different. It's a playoffs, and he's never been in this type of situation. So it's something he's just getting to learn, pretty much. He's gonna get a lesson here. This is what I expect Steph and Jimmy to do. Give him a lesson. On to Memphis. Ja, Bane. Thought Ja had an okay game. Kind of feel like everybody was clicking in that game. So it looked like Ja had a good game, but it was decent at most, in my opinion. Needs to be better, especially against this team, who I think you have no chance against. Bane as well. Just be consistent, man. Like, so far you've been doing so good, and on top of that, been shooting the ball well, but you're also going a lot to the hoop, which I like that. He's attacking the rim, was something we was talking about a while back, which he's doing now. SGA and Jalen Williams. SGA, I believe you're gonna show up. I know you're gonna show up. Know you're gonna put up big numbers. I know you're finna show out, but I need Jalen Williams to follow suit. If Jalen Williams follows suit, you guys will sweep them and then on to the next round. Those are my players under pressure.
Okay, that's a good list.
Give me a hell yeah!
Being rated M for millennials, we like to do things a little different here. When we put players under pressure, I put them in a thing called the gravity room. Now, for those who are Dragon Ball Z fans will know, there are two special rooms when you have to take care of a bad guy that's, trying to threaten the world, like, the old cliche. One room is the hyperbolic time chamber. It's a special room where you can spend a whole year's worth in training all in one 24-hour day. And then the other room is the gravity room, where you could turn up Earth's gravity and train and get stronger, faster. So let's get to the 50 times gravity, which is the lowest gravity room for the playoffs.
Finish him!
In this room, you're going to find Jalen Green, you're going to find Paolo Banchero, and you're going to find Cade Cunningham. And I always give him instructions when I put him in this room. So they've got the same instructions, got nothing to lose. I need them to go into this playoff with that mentality, got nothing to lose. Nobody's expecting us to win anyway, so let's get as far as we can, playing the right way, playing our brand of basketball, and trying to develop, okay? You never know. One of these guys might join the Super Saiyans list next week, so we'll see.
Be cool, nigga.
Speaking of the Super Saiyans list, where is it at? Right here. For those who don't know, these are the official Super Saiyans of the N3A right now as we speak. King James and Chef Curry are the only ones that are Super Saiyan God level. Then you have Greek Freak, Jokic, and Durantula as the only ones who are Super Saiyan 2. And then Luka, the Blueprint, Spider, Mitchell, JT, SGA, and JB are the only other Super Saiyans out there, and they can elevate come this playoff right now.
Be cool, nigga.
All right, let's move up to the next one. This is 100 times gravity. In this room, you're going to find Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard and LeBron James. The reason I put them in this room is because the pressure is on them right now. Kawhi, you're running out of respect. You're going to have to turn this playoff around for your team. You're going to have to advance if you want people to put you in the top 10 anymore for the rest of your career. Damian Lillard, you're running out of time. Your team needs you right now. Indiana is going to run you guys off the floor and into vacation if you don't fucking get there back in time. And then LeBron, you're running out of excuses. You've got Luka now. Now you've got a great teammate. Now Jackson Hayes and all these guys are supposed to show up. Connect Four and Bronny James. So let's see it now when it matters, okay? I'm just saying.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
And then let's turn it up to 400 times gravity. This is only for the elites of the elite, okay? So let's get to it. In this room, you're going to find 3 Super Saiyans. You're going to find JT, you're going to find Donovan Mitchell, and you're going to find SGA. And they all have the same exact instructions. Time to ascend, but it all means different for each one. For JT, Jason Tatum, time to ascend means that it's time for you to take your place as the #1 player in the N3A. You are the best two-way player in the league, and you're supposed to be heralded as the best player in the league, not Jokic. So it's time for you to claim that title. Donovan Mitchell, time to ascend. You need to ascend past Super Saiyan, and you also need to ascend past to the second round towards the conference finals. And SGA, it's time to ascend your team past the Western Conference Finals and into the NBA Finals, okay? So those are the players with the pressure for the first round of the N3A play.
Fatality.
I like it.
Yes.
Well, as you know, we like to do a random top 5 every Saturday, or just randomly in general. And I got one here. It's top 5 best NBA nicknames.
Top 5 best NBA nicknames. Air Jordan.
Okay, wait. Let me see how I can say this. This is more like let's say like 2010 10ish and up. It's more like when KD came into the league type. Like from then on, that's pretty much what the list is.
Is Durantula in there?
Yeah, but they call him the Slim Reaper. I have no idea why.
Slim Reaper.
I do like Tarantula better.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Who?
Lemon Pepper Lou Williams.
Nah, he's not on me.
King James.
Yeah. He's 5.
Chef Curry.
He's 1.
The Beard.
That was 7.
Greek Freak.
That's 3.
Joker.
That's 4.
What's up, King Jamie? How you doing, brother? We were just recapping the Saturday night basketball games.
What is your favorite nickname?
My favorite nickname?
Like out of anybody. In general. It don't matter who.
My favorite nickname. I don't know. I always liked Andrew Kirilenko's AK-47,
That's hard. Mine is the truth.
but I also liked
Mine is the truth. I like how that flows. The truth.
but
I
I
went up to somebody, he was like, damn, that nigga could ball. He's the truth. You'd be like, damn, okay. He's nice. You automatically think that, like, damn, he's nice. He must be.
but I
Think
fucks
it-
with the Big Fundamental,
Yeah, that's
the
hard.
Admiral,
The Admiral was dope.
the Big Ticket.
Hectic, absolutely. Yes, sir.
The answer, T-Mac, the Mamba. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. But we're starting to lag here. I don't know. It's just happening again. But yes, I guess we're going to cut it short because I don't like lagging quality. We'll be back on Monday. I guess I just have to reboot the internet, see if it works that way again. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment. We will be back on Monday to recap some more of the N3A playoffs. We're going to bring the press back and see what we learned after a few days of the first round. And we're also going to see what we predict coming in for the second round, okay? So we'll see y'all then, motherfuckers, and appreciate y'all very much. Happy Easter to y'all.